Oh, do you remember that we have an assignment in TDL?
Yes, I remember. I think it is all about inquiry-based learning.
Yes, Mom told us that we should watch the podcast.
So what are you waiting for? Let's watch the podcast.
Do you want me to send the link or you have a link, Julian?
Please send it.
Okay, done.
Thank you.
Want a break from the ads? If you tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30 minutes of ad-free music.
Are you ready to revolutionize the way students learn? Join us in Bsed podcast, where we dive into inquiry-based learning and the power of ICT integration into education. Let's hear from principals, teachers, and students as we explore real-world applications, interactive tech tools, and student-driven learning strategies.
Subscribe now and discover how to make learning more meaningful, interesting, and study first.
Yes, really. If you tap now to watch a short video, you'll receive 30 minutes of ad-free music.
Welcome to Bsed podcast, where we explore innovative teaching strategies to transform learning. I am Baby, and today we're diving into inquiry-based learning, a student-centered approach that fosters curiosity, critical thinking, and deep understanding. IBL shifts the focus from traditional teacher-led instruction to student-driven inquiry. Instead of simply memorizing facts, students ask questions, explore problems, and construct their own knowledge. It enhances engagement and prepares learners for real-world problem solving. But how do we effectively integrate information and communication technology to improve IBL in K-12 classrooms? To explore this, we have three guests today. First, Mr. Cabal, a school principal who champions student-centered learning. Mr. Ken, a dedicated math educator applying IBL in the classroom. And lastly, Ms. Riza, a student experiencing IBL firsthand. So let's start with the basic. Mr. Cabal, as an advocate for student-centered learning, why do you think IBL is crucial in today's educational system?
Thank you, Baby. IBL is essential because it encourages problem solving and active learning. Students can become critical thinkers rather than passive recipients of information. With technology evolving rapidly, students need skills beyond rote memorization. They need to learn how to think rather than just what to think. When integrated with ICT, IBL becomes more powerful as it provides access to vast resources, collaboration tools, and interactive learning environments.
That's a great point. Now, Mr. Bsed, can you show us through how you implement IBL in your classroom?
Like yesterday, I heard my student here, Riza, ask different questions about the topic. Instead of just focusing on the question I gave them, as they gain more information and knowledge, they ask deeper questions, which would then, this curiosity would leads them to ask or seek answers, like not just answers, but answers that are based or backed up with evidence.
That sounds like an engaging approach. So how does ICT support your IBL strategies?
So, by integrating ICTs to IBL, it can enhance inquiry, since as you know, inquiry-based learning is about students researching or inquiring about a question that you gave them. So it would give them easier access to real-world data where they could acquire their information from the internet or the World Wide Web instead of just going to physical libraries. And also, it also gives us them access to different kinds of interactive tools which can make their activities or tasks easier. And lastly, it is a great opportunity to a global collaboration. So they could go to online forums where they can exchange answers with different people around the world. And by integrating ICT, students can explore, present their findings through technology, which can prepare them in a digital-driven way.
That's inspiring. Now let's hear from our student guest, Riza. How has IBL changed the way we learn?
Well, thank you so much, Miss Baby. As a student, I really love inquiry-based learning because it changed the way I learn. It makes my learning more exciting and engaging. And instead of just memorizing formulas for a test, I get to apply math in the real world scenarios. For example, in our math class, we use motion sensors and graphing tools that helps us study the speed of the rolling ball. And I know that when I learn math, it's like I learned our lesson, the quadratic functions, in a way that it made sense. Instead of just hearing lectures from my teacher, he asked us question first, and then we are able to explore and to experiment on things and use, especially in the world of technology, we are able to maximize it so that it can help us build strong understanding on things, especially in our subject, which is math, which is sometimes we find it boring, but because of inquiry-based learning, it becomes more like meaningful. And yeah, I really love inquiry-based learning.
That's amazing. It's great to hear how IBL makes learning more meaningful for students. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick summary and key takeaways from Mr. Cabell. So what's your final thought on making IBL successful?
Schools must support teachers with training, resources, and ICT infrastructure to make IBL successful. It requires a shift in mindset, but the outcomes engage interested thinkers are totally worth it.
Mr. Bsed, any final advice for educators?
To educators out there, be flexible, embrace student curiosity, and remember, use technology as a tool to enhance inquiry, not replace teaching.
And Riza, any advice for students new to IBL?
To all learners out there, ask questions, stay curious, and don't be afraid to explore different answers. Learning this way is fun and rewarding.
That's the perfect way to end our discussion. Thank you to all our guests for sharing their insights. Inquiry-based learning, when combined with ICT, empowers students to become lifelong learners. If you enjoyed today's discussion, subscribe for more discussion on innovative education. Until next time, keep questioning and keep learning.